This is the new Acebeam Terminator M1, probably the first compact little flashlight that features traditional LEDs and LEP optimized for throw. Moreover, this LEP is also focusable so that you can achieve different focus levels inside one single flashlight. As standard from Acebeam nowadays, you can also choose between cool white emitter and those beautiful Nichia 598 5000K 98 CRI to give you this nice EDC-like beam. Surprisingly for the user, Acebeam Terminator M1 comes with this hard plastic case, which is also really nice. The case includes two secure locks, ventilation, as well as ability to close it with a padlock. It is padded with foam inside, so really the flashlight and all the accessories are well protected during the transportation and storage. The set includes adjustable high-quality wrist lanyard, two spare O-rings for the battery compartment, USB to USB-C charging cable, really short one to charge the included battery. Last but not least, warranty card, flashlight manual in Chinese and English, as well as extensive warning about the safety precautions because due to the LEP used, which are also, by the way, engraved on the flashlight's head. Terminator M1 is shipped with the included 5000 mAh battery. That's why before operating you have to unscrew the battery compartment and remove the insulation film that is shipped to avoid accidental activation. I have to admit that I didn't see it coming from the Acebeam. I thought maybe another huge flutter or maybe a thrower, however the K75 V2 really did not count, okay? So here it is, the combination of EDC triple LED source flashlight and the zoomable LEP for increased throw. This one is actually not the innovative way, but really firstly seen on such a small little flashlight. So it is powered by single 21700 cell that is stored here, and as you can see it is really compact, but on the ergonomic side I don't think it's really something you just take it right away. I think you have to get used to the shape and overall ergonomics on this flashlight because there are different edges and curves. However, I really like the design and the compactness of this particular construction. So as you've noticed, there's not much knurling on it, however because of the shape it really acts naturally as this, and as you can see we've got two buttons resting just below your fingertips, so it's really comfortable to use it like this or like this with your thumb. Alright, we've got some lanyard attachment here, and lanyard is included. We've got a single tail cap for you to unscrew and access the battery compartment. There is no USB-C built in here, so you have to really physically remove the battery to charge it. However, it does feature USB-C charging port built into the positive pole, so it's really not the problem. Unscrewing the battery compartment will reveal a set of anodized threads, well lubricated from the factory, which I really like from Acebeam. O-ring is in place, so water tightness should be really a problem, and we've got really nice thick gold plated spring for really minimal internal resistance. The included battery seems to be a 5000 mAh 21700 cell with built-in USB-C charging port and some charging indicator built in as well. The battery is of a high quality and it charges at around 2 amps rate, so you really need around 4 hours to fully charge the depleted battery. Down there's also a spring, so we've got double spring design, which is always handy when it comes to a more tactical uses flashlight. Because of a very short portion of the snurling, I found it more difficult than in other flashlights to unscrew the tail cap. And of course I really highly appreciate it. For those new to flashlights or really not knowing what they're doing, there is a battery orientation engraving here next to the tail cap. This is nice. Moving on to the head sections, as you can see we've got some cooling fins on the regular head, but also down there under the LEP. So basically looking at the heads, we've got triple Nichia 598 5000K98 CRI or regular Kuwait emitters, which I suspect are Osram P9 or something like that. This is a regular Carclo optics, so theoretically if you unscrew the bezel you can include some glow gaskets in here without any problem. And there we've got really nice thick glass and LEP optics for enhanced throw, anti-reflective coating obviously expected here on the glass. And as you can see, I did have some anodizations damaged here. Unfortunately, this one gave up to another Acebeam flashlight that was rubbing through my pocket to the stainless steel bezel. And as you can see, we've got really nice looking sharpies here and here. So I was really a little bit disappointed, but then when I thought it over, I think that this anodization is pretty hard, but with stainless steel bezel really does not stand any chance. So it still looks like really beat up, but does not affect the lighting conditions, so I don't really mind, okay? When it comes to the UI, it's really quite simple. We've got the lower switch to turn the flashlight on and off and then change mode. So basically when you're in the on-off position, you hold the switch, the lower one, to go into the ultra low, then hold it again to go into the loop of low, medium 1, medium 2, high, double tap for turbo, double tap again to return to the previously used mode, and then hold this again to cycle in the loop. And then you've got the triple click for strobe mode, single click will turn the flashlight off, and that's basically the main functionalities. And then you've got the upper switch that switches between LEP and LED output. So when the flashlight is on, you lightly tap the upper switch to go between LEP and LED, and that's basically its all functions. However, I really highly appreciate the different feel of those switches. As you can see, the one that you turn the flashlight on is recessed to avoid accidental activation, or at least make it less probable. However, the one that switches between the LED and LEP has this nice dome on it, so you definitely, even in complete darkness, can feel it with your finger which one you are pressing, which is really nice. There's also the battery indicator here on the side. So we've got standard green, red and blinking red from Acebeam. So nothing really changes here and stays on until the flashlight is on as well. Because of the Terminator's M1 shape, it does not roll easily and also has no problems with tail standing as well. Is it only me, or do the Terminator M1 look like binoculars? Please don't use it as ones. Okay, let's face it, the most prominent feature of Acebeam Terminator M1 is its zoomable LEP head. And while we tend to say that LEPs are not practical because they produce really narrow, pointy beam that can illuminate roughly 1 meter at 600 meters, it's really not the case with Terminator M1. So with this zoomable design, you can deviate between 16 degrees and 3 degrees, giving you really astonishing beam quality despite different positions, and it being a zoom flashlight that we know can really mess up with beam quality. That's not the case with Terminator M1, and I have to praise Acebeam for really perfecting this design and allowing us to have a really practical LEP in EDC size flashlight. Here are my lumen measurements of the Terminator M1 with Nichia 519A. If you need more time, feel free to pause the video. Starting off with LED turbo output of Nichia 519A triple. So here I measured 2400 lumens and start, and as you can see, after 1 minute and 58 seconds we still got over 2000 lumens before quick step down over the course of 15 seconds to around 604 lumen level, with flashlight body achieving around 45 degrees Celsius. So basically we've got a flashlight that can sustain around 630 lumens with over runtime of 2 hours 24 minutes before flashlight started to step down to lower modes, and the temperature sustained was around 41 degrees Celsius, so quite warm but definitely not too hot. For contrast, there's the LEP mode turbo here around 703 lumens at start, and then as you can see after 1 minute and 57 seconds we've got around 614 lumens before a quick step down over the course of 10 seconds to around 300 lumen level, with flashlight body again achieving 45 degrees Celsius. And here we can see the sustainable output of around 283 lumens with overall runtime of nearly 2 hours and 6 minutes before turning off, actually not stepping out lower, so a little bit different step down scheme here. The flashlight body stabilized at 51 degrees Celsius, so mind you the LEP generates a little bit more heat than 3 Nichia 519As. Interesting fact. All in all, I found Acebeam Terminator M1 nearly a perfect flashlight. Looking at the performance, it is still an EDC flashlight, however with Acebeam efficient driver we can expect some nice stable output over time, and being able to switch between LED and LEP gives you really wide range of coverage when it comes to both flat and throw, and with this additional zoom feature you can really adjust the light to your current needs. It is truly a weird shape of a flashlight, however with some time you probably can get used to it and the feel in your hands. What I would like to see different in the future is definitely a little bit more power, because one 21700 cell is really sometimes not enough for two power hungry LED sources, but also I really miss other anodization colors like black and maybe green to really make this a little bit more unique and perhaps a little bit more scratch resistance, as my grey version really suck at this. But apart from that, it's really nearly perfect flashlight. I highly enjoyed reviewing this one and using it for a couple of weeks now, and it is definitely staying in my collection because I cannot think of another flashlight that will give you such functionality of, you know, flat beam in front of you and then having an LEP over 1.6 kilometers of throw and the push of this little button. So this is definitely a worthy addition to my collection, and I can highly recommend the Acebeam Terminator M1 to you. Please let me know in the comment section down below what do you think about this one model, and if you are interested in one, make sure to check out the link below this video, click the like button, click the subscribe button to appreciate my content and not to miss any future videos that I release. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.